Hi, welcome back to this week's episode of Live from My Parents' Basement. This episode's a little bit different because this was more of a trial run for the podcast I filmed with my friends about 6 months ago. We're really nervous during it, so we're a bit awkward. It gets a little off track, but I still think it's pretty funny. Thanks for watching.
I'm here today with two of my good friends, Adam and Isaac. One of them is an idiot. It's Adam.
It's just a couple IQ points short.
That's Adam
Probably out of
talking.
college. Just give it a couple years. I'm still in there. I'm a junior, but probably take me another 3 years to graduate, and that's just my undergrad. So,
I'll quote the guy from Captain America. I didn't ask for a resume.
nor a cover letter.
Good job, Adam. All right, so today Adam wanted to talk The Departed, which is it's probably one of my favorite movies. Top 50, if I had to do it. Not top 25, because I think about that. All right, Adam, in a nutshell, what's the story? Don't give away the ending. We can do that later, but yeah.
So, in short, there is Leonardo DiCaprio who, wants to be a Boston State Police officer. Well, his way in is working for a special detectives unit going against, Jack Nicholson's character in the movie, which is kind of an organized crime in Boston. He's supposed to infiltrate it, which really, it turns out that, there turns out to be another rat for Jack Nicholson in the Boston Police Department. And it's basically just going back and forth, just kind of wits going at each other. And that's basically all it is, finding out information for two sides.
All right. Isaac, what do you think of this movie in general?
So the first time I watched it, I told my dad I was going to watch it, and he tells me completely spoils the ending, and I lose my crap, and I was so pissed at him. But I watched it in a way. I loved it. The ending still surprised me a bit, but to know the ending does kind of taint your experience. But yeah, I say it's a good 8.5 out of 10 must-watch Martin Scorsese movie.
Yeah, and me personally, I think it's pretty good. I think out of all the movies, probably all the movies that Scorsese's made in 2000, it's probably been the best one.
At least top five.
Huh?
At least top five.
I think of his entire career, yeah, for sure. I think of all his movies, by far top five. I think it's by far the best performance of Leonardo DiCaprio's career. He should have won Best Actor. I don't even think he was nominated. Should have won it. I've never seen someone play a manic, paranoid person as well as he did in that movie. And you can't really get much into it without spoiling the plot, so we'll probably just go ahead on into spoilers, but we all agree it's a really great movie. So, I know Mark Wahlberg was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this. I'd say so, because he really just yells and screams, but it's good. It's actually good in this movie. Adam, what do you think?
I like to think that Mark Wahlberg.
It's fine, Adam. It's fine. Just talk. It's just a conversation.
You might want to cut that part
I'm
out.
not going to.
Of course.
But
I like to think that Mark Wahlberg knew about Matt Damon, being a rat for Jack Nicholson in that movie. And, spoiler ahead, but when he went and shot Matt Damon at the end, I like to think that he knew all along and that he was trying to cover himself by shooting Matt Damon in the head.
So you think he was a rat because
I didn't think he was a rat. I think he just knew of it. I think necessarily that I just think he was infiltrating it as well. Not necessarily a rat, but just there, in case that the time presented itself for him to come up is what I believe.
So wait, do you think he was a rat for Costello then, Jack Nicholson's character?
In a way, yes, I do.
See, that's the theory, because since Matt Damon thought he was the only mole, and then that other guy shows up at the end too. Spoilers, shoot Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm telling you, it makes it so much better if you see him get shot the first time, because it's probably the best plot twist I've seen in a movie. But I guess there is that theory that he was just cleaning up loose ends for Costello when he goes to kill Matt Damon. I like to think that Leonardo DiCaprio got the tapes to him, told him who it was, and he just cleaned up the whole thing, and he was still a good guy at the end. That's what I like to think, but I think either way is valid.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched the movie 10 times in a row and couldn't really find out.
Actually, all right, if you guys had to rank this as one of Jack Nicholson's best movies, where does this fall under for Jack Nicholson as terms of top 5, top 10 Nicholson movies?
Are we talking acting or just overall quality of the movie he's in?
Let's factor in both into it.
Okay.
Say number 4.
I gotta think of all the stuff he's in. I think acting-wise, the best movie he's been in is
Say the Cuckoo's Nest.
One Floor of the Cuckoo's Nest.
Probably.
I'd say second's The Shining.
Yeah.
I love Jack Nicholson. Come to think, but there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen of his.
I like Anger Management too with Adam Sandler.
That's a solid movie.
I'd say this is top 5 for sure, though.
Yeah, I say number 4, but
He's good in China. Like he's in Chinatown, which I wouldn't.
Right.
I know that's probably it's said to have the best screenplay of all time. I wasn't much of a fan, but it's probably just because I'm an idiot. But he's good in that. He doesn't play some crazy guy like usual. But
let's discuss the Big Lebowski too. Let's move on.
They can still pick that up. It's fine if we talk about it. So, is there anything more you guys want to talk about The Departed? We can talk about other stuff too. It doesn't matter.
I mean, just that there's rats, there's cats.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And sometimes rats don't live very long. Like Matt Damon in that movie.
Yeah, good joke.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, so like Scorsese, what would you guys say out of all the movies you've seen? What are your, if you had to rank Scorsese's 3 best movies apiece, what would you do?
Ooh, 3 best movies. Does that be in any like particular order or?
I mean, you can if you want. You don't have to.
All right. Wow, it's tough to submit a bunch of good movies. So,
I think.
So I'm gonna name 3 movies. Then I'm gonna rank them. Goodfellas, obviously. Taxi Driver. And
Gangs of New York.
no, Gangs of New York is very overrated.
I still haven't seen it.
Leo's acting's not good in it. Daniel Day-Lewis is overacts in it, and Cameron Diaz's role is terrible in it.
Huh. Okay, I've seen most of them.
I'm either gonna go with Cape Fear or Casino.
Dude, those are good movies.
I might go with Cape Fear, and to rank them, I'm gonna go Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, and then Cape Fear.
Like for me, it's for sure Taxi Driver and Goodfellas, and then I'm split between The Departed and Casino. But I've seen Departed so much more, and I really like Casino, but I still think it's just he was trying to do Goodfellas again, and he pretty much succeeded. But if I had to rank them, it's Taxi Driver, then Goodfellas, and then The Departed.
What are you talking about? I'm having The Departed to number 1, then
Yeah,
Goodfellas
that's
at
fine.
2, and then Cape Fear rounds out number 3. But
I like, in my opinion, and this is from, because it's hard to not be like, even when you speak objectively, there's going to be a personal opinion to it. But I personally think, and I'm trying to speak objectively, and there's a hint of personal taste of this. I think Taxi Driver is the greatest movie of all time, like better than The Godfather, and then I think Goodfellas is probably. It's top 5 as well. Like if I had to rank greatest movies of all time, it probably goes Taxi Driver, Godfather, Godfather Part 2, something else, and then Goodfellas is right there with them. I've never seen a more entertaining movie than Goodfellas, ever.
Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I would say Narcos or Narcos Mexico on Netflix right now is giving those movies a run for their money.
Adam, you can have a little monologue about that because me and Isaac haven't seen it.
Yeah, so in basically Narcos, the original is talking about Pablo Escobar and, just the run-ins that the DEA had with them and, their agents over there. It's just a really, really interesting show talking about, the cartels and, how the United States government dealt with them with, trying to stop the drug trade into America and how they would deal with people like that. Really, Narcos Mexico just references
Isaac, keep talking. I'm going to get a drink.
references how like the La Familia cartel got started and really the origins of that, and that was pretty interesting because it had El Chapo and people like that in there, but really it was just kind of a cutthroat show and it was very informational. Just really knowing that you just really don't want to have any run-ins with the cartel. It wouldn't be a very good day, but it just shows how you handle situations like that, and I really believe that that applies to stuff like today. How
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard good things about it. So
very good things.
I don't really have much to add to it, but yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. So might as well just talk about Well, let's just a quick side note here. I think we were talking about, referencing movies earlier. I really, really like to think that The Big Lebowski is all-time top 10 in movies.
Like, greatest ever.
Yeah, why not?
It's one of my favorite movies. It's top. It's.
I mean,
like my top 3 favorite movies pretty much rotates between Ocean's 11, The Big Lebowski, and probably Taxi Driver. It's probably my 3 favorite.
I mean, just get a White Russian and you can make your day 100
I know.
times better.
I know you only got like halfway through, Isaac.
Yeah, I liked it, but I don't know why. It was like really. It was super late at night. I don't know why I didn't go back and finish it. But it is on my watch list to eventually get through. But.
I just think it's a relaxing movie. Like, I think there's a story to it.
Hey, come on, man.
But it's
Dude.
just like I even think like it's one of those movies where it's like, what's it even about, and no one really knows. But in my opinion, I really think
Got
the
his rug
message of
pissed
the
on.
movie he gets his rug pissed on.
That's what it's about.
I really think the message is just like it's okay just to take it easy in life sometimes and just be relaxed and just choose not to be stressed about things. Like when I watch it, it's always very relaxing to watch.
Kind of like a Dazed and Confused a little
That
bit.
movie sucks.
Oh, okay. We're going to go at this right now. You really want to do this?
Well,
Dazed
it's
and Confused.
just about 18-year-old kids getting drunk
It's a
and
coming-of-age
high
movie.
and
It's a coming-of-age
cheating on
movie.
each other, and it's just
It
I don't like
helped me get through sophomore year finals in high school. How dare you?
that
the
movie
best
sucks.
time.
That movie sucks, man.
It's pretty tranquil.
Adam, I agree with Sammy. I tried watching it. The only good part
I
is
feel like I'm outnumbered on Fox right
the
now.
only good part, Adam, is Ben Affleck with a bat chasing kids, and that's about it.
I mean, Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey's a pedophile in it.
Yeah, well, I can't. Yeah, didn't really think about that part. I still like the plot overall, though. I mean, really, what is the plot?
nothing. It's
That's
nothing.
why it's good,
You just said
because there's no plot.
You just said you like the plot and doesn't have a plot.
Exactly. So that's why it's good. I will say, though, just want to give a little shout out to the Bloomfield Cardinals for winning their game tonight against South Knox. It was a hard fought game. I really think, I'm going to make this bold statement right now, they're going to win the state championship this year. It's a bold statement,
Okay.
but I believe it. Let's talk about our run-ins and experiences with women.
No,
little bit
we're not
no.
doing that.
No?
No.
Not even failed DMs on Instagram?
Why would I want to spread that about myself throughout the world? I don't
You
want to
said
talk
you're not
about
posting
that.
this, are you?
I am posting this, Adam. I said that at the beginning. Did I say that, Isaac?
You said you weren't posting this.
I didn't post the other one. That's why I did a big intro for this one.
Never had any failed DM attempts. I was just joking.
We haven't said anything. Adam, you've said nothing bad so far. You've given up your identity, but who cares? No, you haven't. You just said you're from Bloomfield. Or are you?
Personally, I'm from New Jersey. So, let's talk about some bands, about music. Pearl Jam, good band, bad band.
I like Pearl Jam.
I like Pearl Jam too.
I'm indifferent. I've listened to a few songs, but
I think Nirvana is the best band of the 90s. I think they're the closest. I don't know.
I
think
would say
Nirvana's
Pearl
amazing.
Jam's the closest to Nirvana.
in the
As you can
90s,
come.
that's not hard because there weren't a whole lot of
Right,
great
there's
bands
all-
compared to other decades.
They-
Right,
Like
grunge
the
alternative.
70s and 80s, yeah.
Yeah. Really, Weezer in the early 2000s, late 90s, they were
I mean, Island in the Sun's a great song.
Island in the Sun,
Yep, there you go.
Say It Ain't So. That was a great song. Too.
Yeah, that song by Blink-182. Is that what you're talking about?
No, the
You know,
Say
sing-
It Ain't So.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all I know.
Like,
No offense, that's basically all.
I like Pearl Jam.
Whatever.
I think they're grunge, but it's a different type of grunge. I
I
don't
like
know.
Jeremy Black, all that. Like those two songs, they're really good.
I just think I don't know. I think Nirvana they're not the Beatles, but I think they've changed a lot of music in the 90s. They were almost a revival of like what classic rock was pretty much like.
Classic rock was kind of dying at that time. And
It
they kind
was.
of revived
It was.
it. It was a nice little revival, nice little spin on it.
I agree with
kind of, kind of brought it back a little bit. And then you got bands like Coldplay taking a little different spin on it.
I like Coldplay. A lot of people don't like them. I think they're good.
I like Yellow.
I know
One
it's
of their
just
first
a white
songs.
It's just a white guy band, but I like them. And Isaac, what about you? You have strong opinions on music.
Yeah, but Nirvana, I do like Nirvana. overall with the '90s, I'm not particularly huge on the '90s. I think it was a bit lackluster compared to other decades.
I
But
agree.
I still like the '90s.
Oh, besides Nirvana, my favorite '90s band is Hootie and the Blowfish because I think they're great.
Yeah, Hootie is really good. Darius Rucker's voice is the sound of an angel.
Yeah, it's good. Wagon Wheel is one of my favorite songs because I'm just some white guy.
But with music, today's music's complete crap. I think most people would agree. And if you don't, you're just wrong. So
I would agree with that. I would say
But your favorite singer is the guy that died.
XXX Tentacion.
Yeah, that guy.
Justine Onfroy. Is that who you're talking about? At one time when he was still alive, I still like his music.
He beat up a pregnant woman. That's cool, right?
That is not confirmed.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Not confirmed.
so yeah.
We don't know if that happened or not. I don't know why.
But I will say Juice WRLD is really good, and rest in peace. His music was great.
He's not
But
dead.
yeah, there's a conspiracy. He's not dead, but
He's definitely dead.
yeah, he probably is dead. So rest in peace.
Just like XXX Tentacion had to get shot coming outside of a dealership. That's okay though, you know. His music will live
I
on.
hate to interrupt, but is Tupac alive?
Tupac's living in Cuba or some island. I do believe that Tupac is alive. You all can call me stupid, but I mean, it would just make sense. You know,
I mean,
he's gonna make his return sometime soon.
Elvis is at the airport in Home Alone 2.
Honestly,
You know what I'm talking about? There's like a guy at the airport in Home Alone 2 that looks just like Elvis.
right?
People think it's Elvis.
I haven't seen
Because
Home
it
Alone 2
is.
in a while. I did watch
It's fine.
the original one over Christmas, but it's good.
And Dad, Adam, I think I've told you this. Your dad reminds me of Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like especially what's his name? Clark. Is it Clark?
Clark Griswold.
Yeah, Clark Griswold. Yeah.
Christmas Vacation. Great movies, you know. Just kind of falling back to that. I'd say the newer Vacation. It just doesn't
I haven't seen it.
does not compare to the old ones.
Let's get back on music, Adam. Like you said, your favorite bands is Blue Oyster Cult. Why is
Don't
that?
Fear the Reaper, baby.
Okay. What other songs they have? You can name
Godzilla, Burning for You.
Okay. Come on, Adam. You gotta name more than three songs.
You've listed 3 songs. This band's your favorite band. I am.
They don't have that many songs. They don't have that many songs out there, and if they do, I only know 3 of them really well. Another band that I really enjoy is Van Halen,
Great band.
and I can name a lot of songs by them.
All right,
And I think I could name about 7.
All right, before that, Adam,
Fair
David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar.
Man,
No opinion.
that is a tough choice. But Sammy Hagar just had the flow.
Yeah, I feel like
He just had the flow. He just had the moves, man. I mean,
yeah.
just David Lee Roth, you party too much, man. Your music was just turning into crap later on. All you wanted to do is get high and get drunk, which I respect that,
Yeah.
but you were doing it every day, and people just got annoyed.
Yeah, I feel like I talked to my brother about this, but I feel like with Roth, if you want to rock out, you go with his music. But if you kind of want to listen to music with some kind of meaning, I go with Hagar.
Yeah, you can, Adam. Go ahead.
I mean, if you like Roth, you can if you like the rock out with your cock out type music, then you choose Roth. But if you appreciate music and what it's like, you'll choose Hagar.
Yeah, like I personally, I stick to main. There's some I'm not a big fan of the '80s, and I'm not big on hair metal or any of that. But there's a few '80s bands I like. But it's, in all honesty, it's '70s bands that were more popular in the '80s. But I mainly stick to '60s, '70s music.
I really like Dreams by Van Halen. I really think that intro is one of the greatest intros of all time in songs.
It's a great song, yeah.
Do you guys think
really
he's the greatest guitarist of all time?
greatest guitarist?
I think it's Jimi Hendrix. I think it's more than technical talent because I know, I think Van Halen is probably the best technically, but it's just you listen to Jimi Hendrix, man. His music was dirty, and he just put his soul into it. And
Right.
It feels like pushing
I
the
don't know.
boundaries for guitar playing. You gotta go with Van Halen. But
Yeah, you got a single guitarist though. You got to throw in Slash there. I mean, at least a little.
I also Guns N'
Roses.
like Led Zeppelin's my favorite band, so I'm also partial to Jimmy Page. But
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton's
guitarist.
good.
He was a great guitarist, Beautiful Tonight.
It's a great song.
I like his
Wonderful
version. I like
Tonight.
his version of "I Shot the Sheriff." You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about,
I don't
yeah.
think I've heard it.
You've heard it. You've had
I
it.
probably have, but just
It's good.
been a while.
Like, it's like I don't know. I like more chill, laid back music. Like it's one like a friend of mine, Chance. Like last year, I'd heard of this band and I never really listened to them, but he more or less introduced me to the Cure, and they're one of my favorite bands now. Like I love them, and they're one of the only '80s bands I truly love, and something about their music is somehow at the same time depressing but also inspiring.
Just Like Heaven's a great song.
Like Just Like Heaven, I think is a borderline perfect song. I think
borderline depressing, but borderline
I
great.
think Untitled's a perfect song. I
Right.
think Disintegration's
Friday I'm in Love.
like the entire album of Disintegration is the greatest album I've ever heard. I think it's
Right.
perfect.
I would say Friday I'm in Love. I used to have that on Rockstar when I was a little kid. I got it for Christmas, and I would rock out. I wouldn't hit the tunes. I'll be honest there. I do like that song though. Another band that I really really enjoy, and I'll be honest with you, it's Queen with Freddie Mercury. Great performer.
I'm sick of Queen.
I mean, you can be sick, but you can't deny the talent there.
Did you see the Bohemian Rhapsody movie?
I did see that movie.
Did you like it?
I did like it. Yeah, I thought it was a great movie.
It's okay. The only reason it's kept afloat is because of the music.
And it wasn't like they were performing; they just lipped it over.
I would say that
I haven't seen it.
I would say that trying to get the events, you had. I mean,
I've just heard that the guys that are still alive for Queen, they hate the other living member, and so he's barely in the movie, and that like the editing's bad, and they say that's like Rami Malek won I think that's how you say it. He won Best Actor, and they say that's like the worst win ever. I've heard nothing but bad things about it, so I won't see it. But if you like it, you like it. I think the best out of all those like music.
who was it what band member that was not?
I have no
who
idea.
hates who?
I have no idea. I don't know any of the members of Queen. I'm not a Queen fan. I'm
not a Queen fan
I'm
either.
not a big.
But
You are a Queen fan. You just said that.
I said I like Freddie Mercury.
No,
Freddie
you
Mercury
no,
said
you
like
did
Queen.
not, Adam.
We're already accusing people of saying things that they didn't say.
We
so-
can rewind it.
Oh,
and
can we?
Yeah,
Can we rewind it?
yeah, we're
Is this what
recording it.
technology is nowadays? We can just rewind stuff.
Yes,
A little bit of a
Yeah.
conspiracy theorist.
but I don't know. Again, I like chiller music. Adam, you can talk from that angle still. It's just he's farther back. That's all. Or you could scoot
So
over.
let's discuss horror
Adam,
movies.
Adam, you could scoot over, and then Isaac could scoot that way. I mean, we only have one microphone. That's why we're talking like this. And you can move this. See, you can like move that and just make sure this is in front of it because that helps with some of the sound stuff. I just want to make sure both of you guys are coming in clear through it.
Hey, let's discuss fast food.
Okay. What do you like fast food?
Fast food. I like Taco Bell. Maybe I'm getting sick of McDonald's, honestly, but they do have nice cheap options. But the cheesy bean and rice burritos, though, they are killer.
Isaac, what do you got to say? Adam's been dominating this podcast. Adam, you're entertaining, so it's fine.
Why wouldn't I be entertaining? I'm here to please.
I don't know. Since I don't have something to go off of, really don't know. Plus, it's the first podcast I've ever done in my life, so I don't really know what to say. So
It is a little awkward. We'll be honest there.
It's weird.
It's a little different. A little different.
That's a lovely sweater you have on.
Yeah, it's Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, and if you guys can't see him, but Adam does have the hair of Robert Redford and the facial structure of Matt Damon, and he finds both of those to be insults for some reason.
I do have a goatee right now. For some reason, I decided to shave my beard into a goatee. I have long hair. I'm wearing a sweater. Don't know why I
He's
said
wearing
that.
Tommy Hilfiger cologne.
It'll come.
He looks a
Summer.
lot. He looks a lot like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever.
I do.
No, you don't. But I like to tell the audience that you do.
I do.
All right. Well, that might be it for this first episode. I think that's about all we can get through.
Or we can talk universities and that scandal.
No,
No?
I don't follow the news.
Because the news follows you.
The only news I follow is Daily Mail, just the tabloids.
Yeah. Daily Mail's pretty entertaining. Shout out to Daily Mail if you can ever get me on there.
Shout out to all the pictures of Brad Pitt in like a little hat with cargo pants and suits. I love that. I'm here for that. Shout out to the human Ken doll. He's become a woman now.
Good for who kicked your ribs out?
Good for her. Yeah, he said he regretted it immediately. But
that,
good
would
for
hurt.
him.
I mean, I
remember my cousin Wyatt one time sent me a screenshot of one of the human Ken dolls things, and it said like he was drinking cockroach milk because it was good for you.
You know, if it makes you happy, do anything you want. Not anything. That's borderline.
If it makes you happy, it's legal.
If it makes you happy and it's legal, there we go.
Yeah.
Nice save, Isaac. Nice save. Got to get that in there.
That's
if it makes you happy and it's legal.
Adam, didn't
feel free.
you like one time you were in a closet and someone farted and you threw up?
Yeah, that was my cousin Logan Boer.
Hey, Adam, no names. Maybe I can't.
Yeah, we were just little and he farted and I smelled like rotten eggs and I was like, I just threw up, in my room and I was like, Logan, you dick. You just made me throw up. And he was like, just laughing. He's a big boy now. He was a lot bigger than me growing up. And I couldn't, obviously fight him. We used to have BB gun wars and he'd give me always the broken one. And he'd have a automated.
Dude, that really sucks.
He had an automated, airsoft gun. And he'd just go to town and I'd just be shot all over. And I'd get no armor and he'd get everything. And that was just.
At least at the end of the day, you're taller than your brother.
Once upon a time. I'd like to talk about that. Why'd you even mention that?
All right. Well, you guys got anything more to say you can think of? Are we good to go?
Yeah. That's all I got. I will say, stay classy. Bloomington, Indiana.
You could have just not said
Reference
anything.
Anchorman, so I don't get sued.
You could have just not said anything. You can say Anchorman. It doesn't matter. You can quote movies.
Does it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
You can't, if it's written, it's one thing. Well, no, you're citing it, but even if you're speaking, it doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want when you speak.
You want to discuss coffee?
Not really.
I love coffee. Sucker for Starbucks. Really got to quit because it's really expensive. That and my new car that only runs on 91, 93 octane.
All right, I think we're going to wrap it up. This has been me, Sammy, my friend Adam, and my friend Isaac. I don't know if this was good or not. But if you're listening and you made it to this far, that's probably a good sign. Thanks for listening. See you later.